greatest country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
What up, America? We are back in the studio! What's going on? Man, what a journey to get here. It has been fantastic. We need you to do us a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this video. If this is your first time watching, make sure to hit the follow button, and let's go ahead and get the chat blowing up right now. Yesterday, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden finally decided to, wake Joe Biden up from his coma, and Kamala Harris finally stopped drinking long enough to finally make an appearance in the areas affected by the hurricane. Do you think it's too little, too late? Comment yes or no in the chat right now. I say yes, too little, too late, because we, the people, have already started figuring the crap out, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. There's a lot of October surprises, and we talk about that a lot. And normally it's one October surprise that throws the election upside down, but we seem to be having October surprises that are turning more into October apocalypses. And we're going to talk about all of those things today. Bank of America decides to just lose everybody's money yesterday. It's crazy times all around the country, and it's only going to get worse. But alas, finally, after a nightmare week of no power, no internet, having to go to freaking New York City to even be able to be on the show, and I hadn't even told you guys the adventure that was yesterday yet. We are finally back in studio where we belong. So, Hurricane Helene survivor, DEI hire, Mexican Tony is in the studio today.
What up, everybody? Good morning. Hey, you know what? I just started thinking to myself when you said we have internet back. Do you have a kill switch in the office? Because it's kind of suspicious that the internet doesn't work when you're gone.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, you come back and,
Actually, I think it's kind of suspicious that no one was here to really know if the internet wasn't working yesterday.
I was here all day.
I come in the office this morning and the internet's fine.
I was literally here all day yesterday.
Tony, the internet's...
Show us a little picture.
Of course, I have Beard. Producer Royce is here.
Good morning. I do have beard. It's still here. As of now.
I do have beard. And of course, everybody's favorite redneck hot seat, Todd, is in the house. Yeah!
So,
What's going on? All right. Okay, let's get into it today. Today's going to be, there's a lot. There's a lot to cover, a lot of things going on. I'm exhausted. Yesterday, I was going off 3 hours of sleep and a lot of caffeine. Today, all of my black rifles were destroyed because of no power for a long time. So I had to scour 4 gas stations to find Black Rifle this morning. And the caffeine is not
beat
hit
anybody
yet.
to the, get out of this cooler. This is mine.
Dude, I was about to chuck an old woman like nobody's. I was shoulder checked. Sorry.
There was an old lady trying to play with
Sorry,
pennies.
Miss Beverly, my
Play with
bad.
pennies and grabs like, get out of the way.
Anyway, and so I'm tired, but we got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of stuff to do across the board. But first, we got to talk to you about our first sponsor for the day, which is Angel Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really honored to have them as a sponsor. I love what Angel Studios has been doing, especially their new movie, Sound of Hope. This movie is inspired by the true story of Bishop and First Lady Donna Martin and their tiny Bennett Chapel Church in the town of Possum Trot in the woods of East Texas. 22 families linked arms and courageously adopted 77 of the most difficult to place children in the local foster care system. This is an amazing movie of yet another long line of amazing movies that Angel Studios is creating. But I want you to go to angel.com/Graham Hope. Not only can you see this movie, I want to introduce you to what they call the Guild. When you subscribe, you become a Guild member. And the cool thing about it is you get access to all the movies. You get access to free tickets when the movies go to theaters. And you, as a Guild member, actually get to vote on what movies Angel Studios actually create. They get sent thousands of scripts every year, but only about 10 actually make it into production because you have the power to decide what your family sees, the entertainment that your children are watching. It is truly an amazing thing. So go check out angel.com/Graham Hope to check out Sound of Hope, and also join the guild so you can help Angel Studios continue to create amazing content. All right, let's get into the show today. Todd put this in, and I think it's absolutely amazing and just proof that there's a God. Taylor Swift loses 2 million Spotify listeners after Kamala Harris endorsement. What a provocative photo they decided to put on this image here.
Insert joke here.
It's a weird photo for what we're talking about.
It looks like she should be pulling the lever in the water.
2 million followers lost. You would think that they would have an upset thing. I've even heard reports of, like $200 million she's lost in evaluation or something like that.
I hope the IRS takes her house.
If you are happy that Taylor Swift is losing support, comment yes or no in the background. Some people get mad at me. Why don't you just leave Taylor alone? Well, she's got her butt in politics now, so she's free reign.
She won't leave us alone.
She won't leave us alone. She haunts all of us with her voodoo witchcraft magic.
Especially Tony.
That new lesbian witch show that Disney has, Agatha all along.
Oh, yeah.
If Taylor Swift was a lesbian witch in that show, everybody would be like, yeah, it makes sense, And so anyway.
Todd, what would you say? Why would you say that? What are you talking
Because
about?
aren't your daughters like in love with Tay-Tay?
My daughters
women are
listen to Taylor Swift. Yes, some of her music. Actually, the other day they were telling me that her new stuff coming out isn't really.
Oh, it's garbage.
Yeah, isn't really good. Well, it's because she shifted her way of making music, and it sounds more.
It's not just me not liking Taylor Swift. I am enough to admit that she sold her soul to the devil, and she wrote some really catchy songs back in the day. This new crap she's writing, it's not even good music. Like it's terrible.
I think it's funny that a woman who has made billions off of making the wrong choice in a person tells us who to vote for president.
I'm sorry for saying all women. Majority of women, 30 and below, like Taylor Swift.
All of a sudden, everybody's like, not all women like Taylor Swift.
I'll have you know, I don't listen to Taylor Swift. Okay, all right, I got it. Okay, I got it. Don't get feisty with me. You have no idea what I went through to be
You're
here
making
today.
some serious allegations there, saying every woman, bro. People are
well,
freak
one,
out.
I didn't get a chance to finish because Tony interrupted me, so I didn't get a chance to finish my statement.
How does it feel when somebody turns something off over here with
Either
the internet?
way. I'll turn your mic off. All right. This is cringe ad of the day, or cringe video of the day. Don't worry, it's not Dylan Mulvaney. I told Royce that he actually hit Dear America History because I don't think people have been more upset about a clip we've ever shown than that Dylan Mulvaney clip from yesterday. I don't think, because I couldn't see y'all's comments because I was having to do it from the hotel. When I went back to watch the show, and it showed y'all's comments in the thing, and I saw how upset everybody was over that thing.
Hey, if we don't get upset about it, they'll just keep doing it. So we've got to get upset about it.
Yeah, somebody said, way to go, Royce. We need an award. We need an award. Anyway, all right. This
Worst
is cringe,
video ever.
cringe video of the day. Here we go. Play it.
So tell me about Joe and your relationship with Joe, and what do I need to know?
She
Like,
looks
what's the thing
annoyed.
about the ice cream? He loves ice cream. Tell me about that.
Well, listen, ice cream is big. Pasta with red sauce. He
Pasta?
can go deep on that.
That's
He
what she
really
said.
does like those aviator glasses. He knows he looks good in them. But
So
I mean, can I ask a question?
Tell me about Joe. What's with the ice cream? Tell me.
Well, he can go
Who
deep in some
gives-
pasta.
Who gives a flying you-know-what about her asking Obama, tell me about Joe? Who really gives a... I don't...
Look, that's because 90% of the world is not sure if Joe Biden is still alive. So it's like Beetlejuice. They got to say his name every once in a while to keep him relevant.
Yeah,
And
well,
who better to say his name than Obama?
Yeah, well, it just goes to show how out of touch these people are. All right, Donald Trump made headlines the other day by originally saying that he would do a 60-minute interview, and then he said, you know what? No, screw you guys. I'm not doing it. Now, the left would have you think that that's Donald Trump cowering out, but actually it goes much deeper. It goes to the fact that Donald Trump is demanding an apology from 60 Minutes for being lying, left-leaning hooers. Is what they are to the left narrative of what they want it to be.
Hooer.
A hooer.
What is a hooer?
It's a fancy way of saying whore.
Yeah.
There's a fancy way of saying that?
Yes.
The H is silent.
Lady of the night, lot lizard. What do you want me to call it?
Lot
All
lizard?
right, anyway,
What the heck?
the point is, can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Can I finish?
All right, the point is, he's demanding an apology for the last time he was on 60 Minutes. This is his response, and then we'll play you what we're calling. Here we go. Go ahead.
CBS is saying that you have pulled out of a planned interview on 60 Minutes. I'd just like you to address that report, and if you indeed are not doing the interview, explain your reasoning why.
Well, right now they came to me and would like me to do an interview, but first I want to get an apology because the last time I did an interview with them, if you remember, they challenged me on the computer. They said the laptop from hell was from Russia, and I said it wasn't from Russia, it was from Hunter, and I never got an apology, so I'm sort of waiting. I'd love to do 60 Minutes. I do everything. I mean, I do you right now, right? And you're tougher than 60
Phrasing.
Minutes. Fred.
Check your verbiage there,
The
Fred.
laptop from hell was from Hunter. It wasn't from, so I haven't gotten. If you remember Leslie Stahl, we got into a little bit of an argument on the camera talking about that and other things. And, they really owed me an apology. I'll tell you, David Muir, how about David Muir when he said that crime went down? So I like to get an apology. So I've asked them for an apology. Let's see if they do it. I wouldn't mind doing 60. I've done 60 Minutes a lot. I did 60 Minutes twice with Mike Wallace, the great Mike Wallace. He was great. His son is from a different ballpark. His son doesn't have. I said, "You want to be like your
God, I
father?
love
Just don't
that.
have the talent." Who else, please?
All right. So real quick, because there's an active conversation. I did not mean to open this up. A lot lizard is a trucker term
Trucker.
for
Yeah, come
lady
on,
of the
people.
night that hangs around these truck stops with truckers, and they come knock on the door,
Never heard that.
and they're called lot lizards.
Listen, people
Okay.
in the comments are like, Royce is so innocent. Lot lizard is crazy. I'm not
Okay,
crazy.
that's what
for
they're
not
called.
knowing.
That's
I know
what
That
they're
is a
called.
trucker term for a lady of the
Yeah.
night, a lot lizard. I didn't
Yeah,
just
they
make
just
that
go
up.
That's
on
just
truck stop
wild,
to truck
man.
stop. Yeah, they're called
Okay.
lot lizards.
All right. So you said I'm in law enforcement, and that's new for me. You must not be in a big trucker community. But either way, the fight that he's talking about, to remind you of the last time Donald Trump did 60 Minutes, here you go. Play it. So there you go. So everything that President Trump said during that thing turned out to be true. Right?
Yeah,
They
all
did
of
spy
it.
on his campaign. The Hunter Biden laptop was in fact real. And this was the argument that they got into. So I say, you know what? If 60 Minutes wants an interview, you fire Leslie and issue a public apology to President Trump, and then he'll come do your interview. Do you think that that would be good enough for him to do it? Comment yes or no in the chat.
I would go William Wallace on them right before he went into battle with the British.
For
You
real.
go over there and say you need to go to every single house and apologize to them.
Yeah, I agree
for
with
lying
that.
to them and stick your head between your, you know what, and
And
kiss
Well,
it.
the truth is, nobody on the left, since any factual thing has came out against them, nobody on the left has ever been able to come back and say, "Hey, we were wrong." I can't think of one
well,
thing.
because they don't have to. Because they don't have to. If we say something that they deem as false information, even though it's later proven true, this is a true story. Okay, now it didn't hurt my account, but yesterday I got an alert that they had covered. This was Facebook. They had covered a video with the graphic cover, so that doesn't hurt your account, like you're allowed to post. But they put a graphic cover over it because it would.
sensitive content or whatever.
Yeah, sensitive content. You want to know what video it was? It was my immediate live stream reaction the day after George Floyd died. 4 and a half years ago, and they put a graphic warning over it. That's what they're doing to us all the time. We get hit with things that it's immediate reaction to things. Now, granted, it didn't hurt our account, but why? Why are we putting graphic, sensitive content warning over my immediate reaction to George Floyd incident almost 5 years ago now? Like, what are we doing? Like, and so these people don't have to do anything. The left doesn't have to apologize when they are blatantly wrong.
Yeah, because they're just misspeaking. That's
Mark Zuckerberg took out a sitting president's account. Nothing has happened to him. Mark Zuckerberg hid the Hunter Biden laptop story. Nothing has happened to him. Mark Zuckerberg lost all of the secret data and information on every single user of Facebook. Nothing has happened to him. Mark Zuckerberg has intentionally installed systems inside of his apps that decrease political content so people can't see it. Nothing's happened to him, and nothing ever will. The media, the mainstream media is wrong more times than they're right. Or, excuse me, they're wrong more times than they're just getting on base. And they never have to do anything, and they never will. This is a fight against good versus evil. They'll never have to apologize for anything. All right, but speaking of Donald Trump, something weird is happening in New York. And even my son brought it up because, we were walking around New York while we were up there. And I took him inside, the touristy New York gift stores. They're everywhere in Manhattan. And he was looking around. And what shocked me and him both was how many Trump things were in the store. The T-shirt of him holding up, the hand after being shot. Little bobblehead Trumps everywhere. Like,
interesting.
Like there were Trump things everywhere in the stores. I watched people with Trump flags and everything flying all around because the VP debate was there in New York. Something's going on because these people weren't getting jumped. These people weren't getting everything. And Noah was actually on the ground, and he asked every person he came in contact with, the taxi drivers, the concierge at the hotels he was staying at, everything, hey, who are you voting for? And deep down, they would whisper, they're like, bro, we're all voting for Trump. Like, all of us, we're all voting for Trump. Like, something's going on. Am I saying Trump's going to win New York? No. Do I think Trump's going to make this far closer than people realize in New York? I think there's a chance. And this is even more case to the point. Video has been going around of Trump signs.
These are awesome.
Showing up everywhere.
It's the bat signal.
Play the clip.
This is awesome. Dun, dun,
So
dun,
we've
dun,
covered
dun,
up the
dun,
audio
dun,
because
dun,
it's
dun,
very
dun,
vulgar.
dun, dun.
There you go.
There it is.
Look, like road signs of Donald Trump
So
popping up everywhere in New York. Don't worry, there's more than one. And there's another one.
There's
Another one.
There's
Another one. Another
Those are
one.
awesome.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
That's crazy,
Another
man.
one.
I love
Another
it.
one. As DJ Kelly would say, another one.
one.
Boom. Another
Yeah,
one.
Royce got that one.
Yep.
Another one. But yeah, and then there you go.
So, Graham,
That's why we see the video.
Graham, you've been to New York many times.
Yeah.
These little shops that are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not normal. Then I have T-shirts, flags,
Well,
little
actually,
bobbleheads, or anything like that.
I went to New York like 4 years ago
Yeah.
on like my senior trip, and we went to these shops, and there was Trump stuff. Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it's unnormal for there not to be Trump stuff. I was shocked at how much there was. So there definitely was a difference in the amount of Trump things that you could buy.
Gotcha.
I guess I'm the only one that caught Royce's senior trip was 4 years ago.
Yes. Anyway,
2020.
Sorry, I missed that.
there's always been Trump things.
Happy
You guys
graduation.
know
Royce.
how old I am. Why is this a?
I don't. Todd focuses on one thing and he can't let it go.
I
Either
heard
way,
it, and I can't.
He's like squirrel.
Again, the point was the amount. That's what I'm getting at. I've always seen
Yeah.
like one Trump bobblehead and things like that.
Yeah, it was just like some T-shirts and stuff. But if you're saying it was everywhere, that's
dude,
different.
it was
Yeah,
in
the
every
sign,
shop.
by the signs alone, that's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
man. I was looking up at apartments and people got Trump 2024 in the windows at the high-rise apartments where people can't like burn their place down, you know? And so,
So again, I guess my question is, when you were in New York before, it looks like they're putting them out more up front. Before, when you went, you could find shirts and little bobbleheads. Were they like in the back? They weren't really in the front. So now everything's like
this
in
was
the front.
like the second you walk in, Trump shirt, like with him like this type thing.
Yep.
And so now, granted, it could be those are tourist shops, and they know that people, you know, probably are voting for Trump that are visiting and whatnot. But again, it's just little things. That's all I'm saying. You know what I didn't see was Kamala Harris signs everywhere in New York. That's what I didn't see.
Well, that's the next question I was going to ask. Is like
I didn't see a single one.
With all the people walking around, I mean, them things being in the shop is one thing, but how many people did you see wearing like a MAGA hat or a Trump shirt or versus Kamala stuff?
I didn't see. What I did not see was Kamala stuff. That's what I did not see. I did not see Kamala Walsh anything, especially with the debate being that night. I did see a lot of people with Trump flags, vehicles running down the road with Trump flags going on. I didn't see a single Kamala anything. I didn't see not one.
Good.
Not one.
I know I live in Florida, which is an extremely red state. Although according to polling, it's like light red for some reason. But I have not, but maybe once, ever seen a Kamala or Biden anything in the state of Florida. It's always big trucks with Trump flags. It's always 5 Trump signs in people's yards. Trump MAGA is so much more open about it. And like, I get it. Like you mentioned, like, yes, there's a marketing thing to having all the Trump products in New York. But that still shows good because that means people are buying it, which means the popularity is there. Donald Trump himself and the MAGA movement has become kind of sellable.
I think people don't.
But the market is there, and that means there are voters.
Well, I think the difference is in Florida, like even here, like Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, is like people don't want to put Harris stuff because they just don't want to admit how stupid they are. Like
it used to be flipped though. People used to be scared to have Trump stuff because they'd get I don't know, vandalized or something.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Yep, absolutely.
Anyway, all right, we got to move on. Got to move on. Let's get into our friends over at Patriot Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, stop paying for devil-worshipping companies. Switch to a Christian organization for your cell phone service. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham today. Promo code Graham is going to get you a free month when you activate your service. Plus, they have this amazing Patriot Mobile One technology with dual towers on your phone. If AT&T sucks, switch over to Verizon. If Verizon sucks, switch over to AT&T. Also, they've partnered with Unplugged to give you the Up phone for the most privacy that you can possibly have while still being able to make phone calls. It's cheap, it's easy, it's affordable, it's convenient, and when you call customer service, you're actually speaking to an American. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham right now. Promo code Graham gets you a free month when you activate today. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham, patriotmobile.com/Graham, promo code Graham. All right. So yesterday, I was on my way back from New York. You guys know this. I was watching the show. I had to leave at 10 because I was headed to New York. I'm not going to tell you everything that happened. It turned into almost a 12-hour event trying to get home. But one of the things that happened is we were beginning our descent into GSP, which is the airport we were flying into. And all of a sudden, once we got to about 15,000 feet, I noticed that we start circling. And we're circling, and we're circling, and about 45 minutes goes by, and they don't tell us why we're circling, but the captain comes on the plane and is like, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to give you this bad news, but we've got to emergency fly into Florida because GSP is shut down. They won't let us land, and we are out of fuel. And then I proceed to go on one of the bumpiest rides of my entire life because they didn't have enough gas to get us back up over the clouds to go to Charlotte. They just had to punch it where we were at the altitude we were, and it was quite an adventure and ordeal. I come to find out that it's because someone woke up President Biden from his coma, and almost a week after the hurricane hit, they decide that they need to visit the sites. If you think that that's too little too late, comment yes or no in the captions. Let's get to Kamala's interview because she's in Georgia. Asheville's underwater. There's sections of I-40 that are gone. There, I heard an estimate it's going to be June of 26 before they fix the interstate all the way. This is Kamala Harris letting you know how much money they're immediately giving to the people affected by this storm. Play it.
And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met.
Pause.
And the federal
$750 for folks having immediate needs being met. What is $750 going to get you when you've lost all of your food? You've had no electricity for at least a week at this point. You've got no gas. You've got no water. What in the crap is $750?
The same thing you gave the people in Maui. Nothing.
$700.
That doesn't even replace Graham's Black Rifle coffee.
No.
No.
Do you know how much Black Rifle coffee I lost in this thing? $750. If that doesn't outrage you, don't worry. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go. Next slide. Let's go. All right. This is Trump.
Whoa.
I apologize, Mr. President. This is Biden. Last week, before the storm, announcing an additional $2.4 billion in aid to Ukraine. Let's play this. Listen.
I'm proud to announce a new $2.4 billion package of security assistance. We've given them all everything we have.
Pause. We've given them all we have. We've given Ukraine all we've got, all we have. Now, some of you might say, well, FEMA's a different thing. Okay. All right, fine. Next slide, please, Royce. I want to talk about this. Right now, people in the most devastating hurricane, this is even more devastating than Katrina. Okay? Helene will be, it makes Katrina look like a tiny little runt cousin, and we'll show you an image here in a minute. FEMA programs for illegal immigrants grows from $360 million to $650 million. That's almost $750 million for illegal immigrants for FEMA. So FEMA only has $750 to give families. I promise you that's not per individual. That's probably per family. Per family for the victims of Hurricane Helene. This is why. This is why we're in trouble right here. In fact, this is a post from Mayorkas saying that FEMA doesn't have enough to get. Here you go. This is Associated Press. Mayorkas warns FEMA doesn't have enough funding to last through hurricane season. Wow. It's almost like we knew this was going to happen. Do we have that image I sent Roy showing the differences between Katrina and Helene? Yes. Let's pull that up. I want people to see this because there's still a lot of people. All right. So the top was Katrina, a Cat 3, 125 mile an hour max wind, diameter 400 miles, windshield 230 miles. That was Katrina. I'm putting this on because there's still so many people that do not realize this is why.
That heifer was big.
Helene was a Cat 4, 140 mile max winds, a diameter of 822 miles with a wind field of 370 miles.
Yeah, man, we got battered.
All right, go back up. I want to show it again because there's still people calling me that have no idea that we were affected. Look at Katrina. Look at Helene.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Katrina.
See Florida. It's just completely covered.
You can't see anything, Royce. Like you can't see Florida.
The whole East Coast.
You can't see Georgia. You can't see South Carolina, North Carolina. You can only see half of Tennessee. You can't see anything. That sucker was huge.
Mm-hmm.
That is like that movie Geostorm and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they show. Like Day After Tomorrow stuff. Like this is bigger, and this will be more deadly and cost more money than Katrina when it's all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, the city of Asheville is borderline gone.
Yep.
It is only accessible via helicopter. like I told you, sections of the interstate. I saw a report yesterday. They're anticipating June of 25 at the earliest for some areas and July of 26 for other areas. This is insanity. And the fact that these people took a week to show up on the ground, just to show up support. It's not like anybody's expecting the president of the United States to get out there and
start building houses.
Start building houses and stuff like that. But it's a show of presence that is important. And you show up a freaking week after it happens.
I'll tell
Let's
you
go. Let's go. I want to show you guys why this is a big deal. Okay. It's not because my flight got diverted. All right. This is Tommy Blankenship. Tommy Blankenship is the Republican nominee. He won the primary for sheriff in Pickens County in South Carolina. This was a Facebook post he pointed out. I want to sincerely apologize to anyone that has planned to come or came to East Pickens Baptist Church to pick up necessary items today and have been told that we are out of supplies. Unfortunately, our current president chose to fly in the area today, completely restricting our supply chain, meaning they shut down the freaking airports. So, deputies along with the National Guard and SLED had to drive a few hours to load trucks and will not be returning until late tonight. The good news is we will be open again tomorrow from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m., hopefully fully restocked. Also, thanks to some of the hardworking Pickens County Sheriff's Office deputies, there are now more clear roads to homes in Transylvania County, North Carolina. So we've got South Carolina people not only helping people here, but also North Carolina. President Biden showing up is screwing everything up. When you wait a week to show up, the people figure out a way to help the other people. And then you show up on Air Force One like a hold it in. You show up on Air Force One knowing that you're shutting everything down and you mess up what people have put in place to help other people to get them what they need. This is the problem with the current leadership is they have no idea of that at all. FEMA is useless. So the people are having to help the people. But when the president shows up, you shut everything to crap down. And what you actually did, President Biden and Vice President Harris, is you actually hurt Americans by showing up here a week after it happened. Only a blithering moron would do something like that. Comment yes or no if you agree, but don't worry, we've got more stuff here. Oh, and what did Biden do when he got here? Like I said.
Speaking of blithering morons.
Speaking of blithering morons, like I said, nobody expected Biden to like build houses or stuff, but what did he do? Why did he shut down supply chains that we've already set up in place? It's so he could do this and be in an air-conditioned, fully operational building and barely be able to sit down. Hit the play button. And down. We're down. Fix your hair, sir. Fix your hair. Fix your hair right now. Oh, thank you. Look at this grandpa. Look at this dementia patient grandfather that has no idea.
Literally, the only difference between him and Jimmy Carter is his mouth is closed.
What is going on? All right, but next, he doesn't go on to say how he's actually going to help Americans. He takes this opportunity to basically say, anybody that doesn't believe in climate change now is brain dead. Hit play.
Let me close with this. Nobody can deny the impact of climate crisis anymore. At least I hope they don't. They must be brain dead if they do. Scientists report that with warming oceans powering more intense rains, storms like Helene are getting stronger and stronger. Not going to get less. They're going to get stronger. Today in North Carolina, I saw the impacts of that fury. Let me close with this.
If anybody doesn't believe in climate change now,
you go ahead and lick them.
Lick them.
Lick them.
Lick them. And take their taxes when you lick them. Lick them.
This is why the climate crisis and climate change is a hoax. Like, this is why. Because they have been preaching about this climate change and these massive storms and all that stuff, yet you allow FEMA to give hundreds of millions of dollars to illegals. If they really believed in this crap, then FEMA would have the largest budget second to the military. But they don't. They don't. So go kick rocks, dude.
Now, this is really conspiracy theory stuff, right? But is there a possibility that they're like constructing these hurricanes and stuff, or even other countries?
I mean,
like China,
there is clips out there of them cloud seeding.
Well,
so
but I can tell
that's
you
what
this.
I'm saying. Like, are they sending her? Is hurricanes a weapon now?
Well, the reaction to Katrina and the prep for Katrina was very different than this. Like, I was still in uniform here in Mississippi before Katrina. They sent guard from Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana to the coast before Katrina hit. Like, they were already there waiting, and nothing. Like, the guard just got activated in North Carolina and South Carolina. Like, it just happened. And I'm sorry, hate me for saying it. I don't care. There's a different demographic in New Orleans than there is in the mountain towns of North Carolina. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody just commented in the chat that FEMA's telling people to take out loans.
Oh, God, please, Jesus.
Is that?
I have a question for you guys for the chat.
You need money? Take out a loan.
So what's going on? We all know that the country has been divided for a long time now, and we're seeing clips. I think we just showed a little clip on Tuesday of a lady. I don't know where she was from, but she said something to the effect of the reason why Helene hit these states was to take out the Trump supporters. I mean, stuff like that just boils my blood, because I think if something like that was happening to other states in the United States and we were over here, we would try to find a way to send help to them as well, because we're all American here. But at this point, my question is, are we too far gone now? Because I was talking to Todd about this in the morning. Us conservatives, we're not going to see eye to eye with the people on the left. Obviously, we have different views, we have different standards, and we're not going to all of a sudden say, oh yeah, Harris and Biden administration, they're great, let's jump over. And the same thing coming the other way. We're not going to be able to get them to come to our side because they believe in free love and all that stupid things that they believe. Are we too far gone now to try to unite everybody? And is it time to just say we need to cut our losses and you guys go your way, we'll go our way? And
I think that line in the sand's already been drawn. I mean, look at, and again, I'll draw comparisons to Katrina. When Katrina hit, look at all Mike Myers, Kanye West, all these telethons and crap that was going on to raise money for the people in New Orleans and that landmass between Louisiana and Alabama. I mean, there were just famous people everywhere, trying to get money for Katrina survivors. Mountains, nothing. Nobody said a word. Not one famous person, not one singer, not one ball player, nothing has come out and said a thing. You've had Morgan Wallen donate $500,000, but other than that, no telethons, no help, no nothing.
Well, I'm going to go a bit further. We're 32 days from an election, and Trump needs North Carolina.
Right.
Why help people in North Carolina when you could just keep them in despair to where they're more worried about their families, and rightfully so, than they are about voting?
Well, and I guess that's my point. If Trump were in office right now, do you think if a state like California was being bombarded by a cyclone, hurricane, whatever, do you think he would not be boots on the ground, be over there getting people to help them right away?
There's no doubt. And Hollywood
that's what I'm saying.
would be all over the place right now.
Exactly. And that's my point. Exactly. We are conservative Christians over here. We see people as people. We see them as our fellow man, people we need to help, people we need to love. They see people as votes. They see people of a way to get them to where they want to be. They're not looking at you. All the people on the left, I'm talking to you. They're not looking at you guys as loving citizens, U.S. citizens. They're looking at you guys as votes. That's it.
Now, I wouldn't say they're not looking at you as votes. Like, they say it every day. They're looking at you as a threat to democracy. They're looking at you as the enemy. That's what see you as.
You've got people writing articles like, did this happen to Trump supporters as an active, like God punishing
Yeah.
Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we got to move on. But, you know, comment yes or no. Do you think that this is politically motivated, the lack of help from the federal government? Comment yes or no in the chats. Real quick, talking about the real things, Politico is focused on the real issues that matter. This is what they had to say after the debate. Can we zoom in a little bit here? This is a real thing. Yes, Vance's beard matters. Vance is the first White House wannabe to wear facial hair in 80 years. Research indicates that voters see beards as more masculine. That can be positive to some, but to others, especially women, it can be negative, conveying aggression and opposition to feminist ideals.
Wait,
But
does
rest
Kamala
assured,
Harris have a beard?
rest assured, this is what they had to say about Tim Walz's crazy eyes. Here you go. First of all, let's look at those things. Dear Lord. Walz's eyes showed his passion, according to Politico. Eye popping can sometimes be a sign of surprise, but for Walz, it simply revealed his emotional intensity, like during an exchange about abortion. The dynamic and emphatic facial motion grabs the viewer's attention. For Walz, it gave extra weight to his feelings and held our gaze. I hate everyone.
Everyone.
I hate
Everyone.
everybody.
Well, what
Are
if you have crazy
freaking
eyes
kidding
and a
me?
beard? Like, are you just like passionately wanting to beat women? Like, I mean, like.
Oh, that is a poster to the next Psycho remake.
Yeah,
There
for
you
real.
go. All right, we got to get into the next thing. And this is where we remind you to hit the like button, hit the share button. This was how the polling went before the debate, during the debate, and right after the debate. You can just zoom in on the end there, Royce. This is all you need to know of how bad it went for Walz there. It was a crated dumpster fire across the board. It couldn't have possibly gone any worse. Anyway, all right. Next, we got to talk about what happened yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very concerning stuff. Bank of America yesterday just went down. Just went down. Bank of America went down with customers not only unable to access their accounts, but when they were able to access their accounts, it showed $0 balances. Someone sent in a screenshot of their actual account, I think that we have, to show you guys. Yeah, here we go. All right, personal checking, 0. Personal savings, 0. But rest assured, that credit card debt was still there.
Of course it was.
Rest assured, that credit card debt ain't getting messed up at all. Investments, 0. Ladies and gentlemen, this really happened just yesterday. And I want to talk to you about Birch Gold and why this is important. I saw somebody type, this is why Birch Gold is important. Yes, you need to text the word Graham to 989898 right now. But go back to that image really quick. Go back to that image. Ladies and gentlemen, you believe in digital money on your phone. Go back to the image. You believe in digital money on your phone. All it takes is for them to go and your money is gone. Just like that. So many Americans woke up to this yesterday. They couldn't buy food. They couldn't buy gas. Oh, it was just a glitch, Graham, and they worked it out. Shut up, dummy. God, how stupid do you have to be? It don't matter if it's a glitch. You're still screwed. What if the glitch lasts for a week? Mm-hmm. What if it lasts for a month? What are you going to do? Oh, your credit card payment's still there. Your bills are still due, but yet you ain't got no money. What about if people's bills were supposed to take out that day and then they bounce? You don't have any money. This is why protecting your money is so important, because this can happen literally like that at any moment. This is why we're asking you to please text the word Graham to 989898 right now and get a free information kit from our friends at Birch Gold to figure out how you can protect your money from things like this. It is not just enough to pull out cash from the bank, because the U.S. dollar is getting absolutely shellacked right now, and it is worth less than it's ever been before. Text the word Graham, that's Graham, to 989898 right now and get a free information kit. Now, I'll also say, if we can show that image of that bank account one more time, please. I'll also say this to everybody. You need to prepare yourself, and here's why. No, the image of the image of the when this happens to you, you need to do two things. One, you need to pull some cash out of the bank right now, but then you also need to invest some money into gold, silver, or precious metals. The end. The end. Because this happened yesterday. And let me remind you of the thing everybody's just forgetting about. A month and a half ago, every single American Social Security number got leaked. But we're not talking about it. We're also not talking about the fact that 1 month ago, we found out that 62 American bank chains were on the verge of insolvency. Is Bank of America one of those bank chains?
Graham, I need you to say, riddle me this.
Riddle me this.
How is it that the glitch hit the personal checking, personal savings, the investments, but not their credit card?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. And where's Bank of America housed? Ain't it Charlotte?
Test run, test run, test run, test run. I think so, yeah. Test run, test run. What are you going to do when you can't get to your money? What are you going to do? This is why we bring this up. This really happened yesterday. This is a real thing. And somebody just said, if you can't touch it, it's not really yours.
That's a fact.
That is a very, very wise statement. Please text the word Graham to 989898 right now. And today, go pull out some freaking cash out of your bank account. Go do it right now. Go pull some cash out. Text the word Graham to 989898 right now. All right. We all know that the port strike is going on. This is now what's today's date? It's now day 4. Day 3. Day 3. Day 3 that this port strike is going on. Hoarding is already going on in Costco's and grocery stores around America. Hit the play button.
I've never seen a line this long at Costco. It's freaking massive.
It'll be a fight at Sam's Club tomorrow.
Look at that.
I mean,
Both sides.
And even snakes all the way from over there, back there, around here.
That's why you get that scan app.
I mean,
Toilet paper. So much toilet paper.
Yeah, I know, man. It's the first thing to go. I don't know why.
That'd be the last thing I'm worried about.
Me too.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Me
I
neither,
mean,
man.
you can jump in the shower real quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
wash it off.
I just don't get it.
I mean, I don't get it. I didn't understand it during COVID.
Jump in the river.
I don't
Jump
get
in
it
the
now.
All right.
Use a shower curtain if it's serious.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's
Like,
just,
Here's what we want to show you. What's the next clip that we have? Is it the people? How many people are voting for Harris for the port strike?
Well,
do
no,
we have that?
It's
Okay,
the
all right.
union
First, we
boss.
want to talk to you about the union boss, the one who said that he'll cripple the economy. He
Yeah.
lives in a Lux 7,000 square foot. Well, they deem it a mansion. Anything over 5,000 square feet is technically classified as a mansion. I'll say this: they say he makes $800,000 a year before taxes. There's no way $800,000 a year before taxes bues this.
Yeah,
there's
'cause
no way.
that's- I'm
Where does he
telling
live?
you.
Where does he live?
I have no
probably
idea.
Jersey.
Where? Find out where he lives. Does it say it on here?
he lives in
Well,
New
he's
York.
Texas, right? Isn't he the Texas?
No. No. Did you hear that guy
With an
talk? There's no
accent
way
like
he's
that?
International law firm, Brooklyn trial.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed it was
Come
Long
on,
Island.
does it say where this house is located?
He lives with the Sopranos.
78-year-old blue collar dagger says United States Alliance, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't say where it is. Either way, I'm telling you, $800,000 before taxes does not give you that home. In fact, if you look at the home, if we scroll down
Mansion
and just
in
take
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
What did I
There's
say?
no way.
What did I say?
There's no way he is affording that house in New Jersey. There's zero chance. If you believe that that's true, that he's buying that house in New Jersey for $800,000 a year before taxes. If you believe that's true, comment yes or no in the comments. The answer is absolutely freaking not. He's not. No, he's not buying that. All right, scroll down. That's where he's making his money. That's the meth shop right there in the backyard.
There's a tunnel under that house.
If you look at that house That does not belong there. I don't know what that is, but that is where the money's really being made.
I'm telling you, there is a tunnel under there. I've seen those houses before.
All right, the reason we're showing this to you is because this guy that's doing this union stop, he does not give a balls about you. He does not care about you. Look at that. Look at his place. 800 grand a year before taxes, and he's buying this.
That's probably a Rolls Royce.
That's a Bentley.
It's a Bentley right there.
That's a Bentley sitting there. There's no way. No way. There's all kinds of illegal stuff going on right there.
You ain't getting a house that size in Mississippi making.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't getting a house like that. That's a $3 million home. $3 million home.
Look at that gold too.
NFL athletes live in $3 million homes. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? All right. Okay, the reason we show you that is to say that this port strike is not going anywhere. And you know one thing I haven't heard Kamala Harris or Joe Biden say anything about? This port strike.
Because their Secretary of Commerce doesn't know anything about it.
No, I'm serious. Has anyone in the chat heard Joe Biden or Kamala Harris say anything about addressing this port strike at all?
I haven't. I mean, because that would
open it up for the chat. Yes or no? Have you heard anything? I hadn't heard anything.
That would just open up a whole can of worms because they know all the products are going to go up with the port strike. So no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't say anything.
I'm just, but that's what I mean. Like, here's the thing. You have to understand they're doing this on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. And these aren't people that are Trump. These aren't people that are like pro Kamala and this is some psyop that Kamala's going to come save the day. Here's a video of them asking. Do we have that one? The video of them. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. I put it in there. Go look for it. I sent it. They asked some of the people at the port strike, who are you voting for? Or is anybody voting for Kamala Harris? And not a single hand goes up. Want us to find that real quick so we can show you guys. Because there's these people saying that this is a psyop for Kamala to come in last minute, save the day. All right. How many folks? Okay, this is the port strike day 3. And they're asking people, how many people support Vice President Harris? Here you go. Play it.
How many folks support Vice President Harris?
This is in
any hands? No hands.
Wow.
Okay.
It's nobody's business.
It's nobody's business, says one man. So there you go. I tried, Maria, and
interesting.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow. Interesting. Well,
pause. Well, it paused itself. Good job. This is my point. This whole idea that this is some psyop and that Kamala Harris is going to come in and save the day and it's like to boost her part. No, I don't think so. I think that this is far more nefarious than that. I think they're allowing this to happen and they're letting it occur and they're not going to address it because it's going to strain everyday Americans because we have 32 days before an election. And they want us focused on anything and everything other than getting to the polls. That's what I believe.
So if you were a consultant for President Trump, would you tell his team to just hammer this into his ads? And why are they not talking about this? And why are they not protecting the American people?
I would. If I were Trump, he's talking to all the other world leaders. I'd be like, hey, President Trump, will you go talk to this union leader guy?
Trump should go do a rally at the ports. Like, he's done it with everything else.
Excuse me. Traveling. Trump knows the guy. Yeah. There's a picture of him and the guy meeting. I don't know if it was when he was president in the past or whatnot. If I was President Trump, I'd reach out to him. And if I was the president or if I was President Trump, that's what I would do. I'd be like, these sorry pieces of garbage won't fix this crap. I don't care if I'm president or not. I'm going to talk to this guy and I'm going to figure it out.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So, I mean, now this looks like in Trump's Mar-a-Lago office is what it looks like.
That would undercut the Biden-Harris administration.
That's what I would do. If you think President Trump needs to call in and fix this dang thing, comment yes or no in the chat right now.
The only thing
I think he needs to do it.
The only thing Biden has said about it, he said, they got to settle the strike. I'm supporting the collective bargaining effort. I think they'll settle it. They need to settle it. So he's not getting involved.
Right. So in other words, he's not doing anything.
No.
And again, they can do the Taft-Hartley thing and make them go to work for 90 days, but nothing will happen. But again, Trump is a businessman. Let Donald Trump go in there and make some stuff happen, dude. Like, make some stuff happen. All right. Next we've got, just in time. as if the world wasn't falling apart already, we've got hold on, Royce. What do you got pulled up? What is this? Oh, there we go. All right. The sun has launched a solar flare
Here it comes.
headed towards Earth right now. There it is. All right. The possibility of an aurora between October 3rd through the 5th is very high.
Look at the scale of the Earth compared to that solar flare.
Correct.
Dude.
So why are we bringing this up? Well, a couple months ago, we were talking about people were worried about solar flares knocking out our communication thing. So we Googled it and we looked it up. What happens? What can happen due to a solar flare? Solar flares can damage electronics by sending charged particles and electromagnetic radiation towards Earth. These can cause a variety of issues, including memory corruption. Charged particles can damage memory. Software glitches. High energy particles can cause software glitches. Hardware damage. Let's show more, please. Electronic failures and communication disruptions. My, oh my,
It's missing ballot box.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
I mean, at this point, this is what we told you. It's like
Ballot
apocalypse
box
season, man. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it is, dude. Like,
What else are they going
We
to
don't
do?
have a surprise, so we're just going to dump everything on them at once.
And before there's people in the comments going, this solar flare is not going to do any of that. It doesn't have to do any of that. They just have to say it did.
That's a fact.
Ding, 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 ding,
The
ding, ding,
October
ding.
surprise.
It doesn't have to do anything. They just have to say, we could wake up tomorrow and all our cell phones don't work. And be like, solar flare.
Yep.
The
Get up
solar
there and
flare.
tell
We
us
told
about
you
it,
there
Neil
was a solar
deGrasse
flare.
Tyson.
And
Go
who's
tell
to
us.
say they're not saying that there's just a solar flare? Nothing might, exist. It might not be happening,
All we need for an October surprise is Michael Myers and Jason joining forces and
I'd take Michael Myers as president
Yeah,
than Joe
for
Biden
real.
right
At least
now.
he wouldn't open his mouth.
At least he would be more mobile than Joe Biden.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
I'd take
true.
Michael Myers as president.
Michael
see
Myers
him
has
talking
been
to
killed
Putin?
and he's been dead for 20 years.
Tell Grok to put Michael Myers in the White House, and let's just get a picture going really
Hold
quick
up.
because I want to see
I
it.
got it.
Put
would
Michael Myers
absolutely-
in the White House.
I would love that press
okay.
conference with him
I
and
would.
Putin.
I'd take Michael Myers any day because he would be talking to a terrorist, and all he would do is raise his butcher knife like this, and not. And then at the camera he would go and turn his head slightly like that. And I'd take Michael Myers. I'd take Freddy Krueger over Joe Biden right now. At least Xi Jinping and Putin and all these people would be like, yeah, let's not mess with old Freddy over there.
Take Pennywise over all of them.
All right, here we go. Do it.
Yes.
Michael Myers in the White House.
Yeah.
President Myers. There you go. We could have that.
God,
I
how did we get here?
I would take that over Joe Biden any day. Comment
That-
yes or no
that
if
actually
you would
looks-
take that.
That actually looks like Joe Biden. Look, he's all pale in the face.
It
He's
actually
there.
is very
He's
close
just-
to what
he's
Joe
just
Biden
there.
looks like. Oh, good job, Royce. Man,
Yeah,
what
that was quick, man. That was
look
quick.
at it. I think they took Joe Biden and just gave him Michael Myers' complexion.
That's crazy, man.
All right, okay. And last but not least, we do have a little bit of good news. Jack Smith's documents. Well, just play the clip.
We've got some breaking news we're going to get to now. Jack Smith's election interference case against Donald Trump. Well, the judge in D.C., Tanya Chutkan, just unsealed the special counsel's 165-page redacted motion on presidential immunity. Joining us now, MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin. It is 165 pages. We've had it for all of, I think, 4 minutes. We obviously haven't been able to go through all of it. Still, this was what we thought would be sort of a mini trial. Here is the evidence we have against Donald Trump in regards to what happened in 2020. Is there anything so far that is jumping out to you now that we didn't know about before today?
Well, Katie, one of the things that I would just point out is that we obviously know who the government thinks Donald Trump's most important co-conspirators are. In this indictment, there is a description of 6 co-conspirators, the majority of whom have been definitively identified before. That having been said, one of the things that pops out to me immediately is how many people here are identified just by P numbers, meaning they're not people alleged to be co-conspirators, but they are people who are alleged witnesses or participants in the event. And there are so many of them that even on page 13, which is as far as I've gotten, there's a reference to P76, meaning there are at least 76 people listed in this description, this detailed recitation of the facts that the government wants Judge Chutkan to see relevant to her immunity determinations that we know are involved here. And many of these people are people who came from the campaign world. That's the other thing that jumps out to me immediately, is just the identification of so many people from the former president's campaign who were involved in what the government is now describing as purely private activity designed to ensure that he remained in office. That matters because for purposes of fulfilling the Supreme Court's mandate in terms of immunity, anybody who worked for the campaign alone and never was a member of executive branch staff, those contacts between them are, according to the government, fair game and should be fair game according to the Supreme Court as well, which recognized there is a realm of private conduct that could be within chargeable conduct for the former president.
I have a question. Okay, so you have witnesses that were not a part of the executive branch that were working for the campaign. Do you really think President Trump has private conversations with those people?
No.
Like, go kick rocks.
All this does is it's going to show a lot of conversations that don't have presidential immunity that the president's not involved in. That's why they were redacted, because it doesn't show what they need to show. This is President Trump's reaction. But before we show that, I want to address a comment really quick. And I don't normally do this, but this is
here we go.
When people ask stupid questions, you get this is Jay Hogan 1911.
Let's kick back.
It's sad Graham of all people can be so narrow-minded. You have done well for yourself, so should that reduce the validity of any of our issues because you are well off? Same for the union boss. Now, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. I don't recall me reducing any of the issues that are going on with anybody across the board. But, I'm pretty sure that we are using our platform to raise money for the victims of the hurricane. I'm pretty sure that I am coordinating with local law enforcement, local relief efforts, local linemen to make sure that they have the tools, the money, the assistance they need. I'm pretty sure I'm also coordinating with companies like Black Rifle Coffee to make sure that they're sending energy to these guys that are working 24/7 all the time. I'm also pretty sure that during the midst of all this, while my family has no power, no water, no nothing, I also am going to New York City to make sure that we're fighting for this election for the purpose of our country. We also have scheduled here at Dear America that we're going to fly out to Arizona to go knock on doors in a battleground state in the midst of all this at the same time. What the balls are you doing besides putting a comment in a comment section on the show? Anything else? Do we need to continue at all? Anybody got anything else they want to say and get it off their chest? And I'm well off. Do you have any idea how much money we give away? 365 every single day. Who the crap do you think funds the charity organizations that we do? We don't take paychecks for that stuff. Who are you? Shut your stupid mouth or get off the chat. Because you don't do a dang thing. Go on. Leave. Anybody that has a problem with it, go on.
For every member of Dear America Nation, I say this with all the love in my heart. Pull your bottom lip over your head and swallow. What a turd.
Anyway, all right. These are the people that sit around to criticize us. What have you done to help anything? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, and by the way, we got an election win in 32 days in the midst of all this crap. What have you done? What are you doing?
No. Somebody called him a lot lizard.
Anyway, all right. Last but not least, this is Donald Trump's reaction to this. Let's play this.
It's excellent.
know that Special Counsel Jack Smith had filed court documents calling your actions in the aftermath of the 2020 election, quote, a private criminal effort. Can you respond to that?
He's a deranged person. I call him deranged Jack Smith. He just lost the big documents case. That was the biggest of them all. They said the documents case, and they said that was the toughest of them all. Let me tell you, we just won it, and it was won strongly and completely. And it was a total victory in Florida. And he is a person who is trying, and he works for Kamala and he works for Joe. This was a weaponization of government, and that's why it was released 30 days before the election. And it's nothing new in there, by the way, nothing new. They rigged the election. I didn't rig the election. They should have never allowed the information to come before the public. But they did that because they want to hurt you with the election. It's pure election interference to get an incompetent person like Kamala. She's grossly incompetent. She's more incompetent than Biden to get these people elected.
Yeah, again, this is going to lead to Jack Smith going to prison, not Donald Trump. All right, what is this last thing we got on here? All right, yeah, so this is Trump, New York Post. Trump cries, I did nothing wrong. They did as judge unseals Jack Smith's evidence dump against ex-preds weeks out from the election. So I don't think it's going to open anything. Again, they're unsealing the conversations between people that worked for the administration. It's just one last ditch effort to try to get President Trump. Like I said, October surprises or October apocalypse. That's where we're at. That's the show. You done pissed me off now. So that's the show. I'm over it. Please make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit that follow button. We're going to be making the donation for the Dear American Family tomorrow. Rumble's hopefully releasing the funds today. I wish we had a way on Rumble to upload that we did it, but if not, we'll show you on Monday the donation or whatever.
Do we know the number yet, or is it still kind of a guesstimate?
It's still kind of a guesstimate until Rumble releases it, and so anyway, but I'd say it's at least $15,000 at least.
I think
it's more than that.
I think over 20, honestly.
I think it's pretty close to 20.
Again, if we could show you the back end, it's a little confusing how it back ends, but we're working on it. And so, but yeah, I mean, it's at least 15. We could be super close to 20. And like I said, even if I've got to make the donation myself first and then, it'll release when it releases, we'll do it. And we'll do it under the Dear America Family. Please make sure to hit the like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this. If this is your first time watching the show, make sure to hit the follow button. And please leave us a comment in the comment section. We do so love to hear your opinions. Todd, pray us out. We'll get to super questions.
Let's do it. Father, we just thank you for a good week. We thank you for getting Graham back safe to us. And we do appreciate you scaring him a little bit. Father, we love you. We thank you for the grace, mercy, and love that is fresh for us every single day. We thank that you just go ahead of us and you pave the way. You're a light under our feet, and you show us the direction that we should go. Father, at this moment right now, we thank you for the sacrifice that your son Jesus made, Lord, that he came to this earth knowing what was going to happen to him, and he still bared that cross, that he still climbed up on it, he was nailed to it, and he died for each and every single one of us. And the fact that 3 days later you raised him from the dead to prove that he had power over death, so that we had the opportunity to say yes every single day and make an eternal decision. Father, we love you. Just continue to be with us throughout the rest of this week and on into the weekend. And for the hurricane victims, Lord, for everybody that's in the path of danger, we just ask that you protect them, that you just put your blanket of protection over them. You be with them and you meet those needs, Father. We love you. And we ask all these things in your son's name, and all God's people said.
Amen. All right, let's talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighty, scrolling up here, here's the first one.
From Chaston23, do you think once Trump gets into office, the DS will continue to hunt him until they achieve their goal? Donation from my mother, Sharon. I donated yesterday. God bless Trump and you four men. Yeah, I think it'll go from the DS to Congress at that point. Because it'll have to be, because if and when he wins the election, the Department of Justice will be run by him at that point. So I think Congress will have to pull it off, and they probably will. Oh, good Lord. From Joe Lier, 86. Love you guys. Just stopped to say I'm a high school teacher in Louisiana. I let my students listen to the first 15 minutes of the show every day, and when I don't, they complain about it. That's really cool.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
just I'd be curious
So
to
they
know how.
heard us talking about lot lizards. Great.
Yeah,
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, you
Hey,
know,
it's education.
it's
Don't go to
educational
Pilot at
stuff.
night,
All right,
you know?
so
I'd be
it's,
curious
high,
to
it's
know-
high school. I'd say this is a PG-13 show.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd be
We're
interested
gonna have to
know
give
how
them a shout
close-
out next week,
Yeah,
man.
how
The first
close
15
you
minutes.
are, because
What's the name of the? Do we know the name of the school?
No, I'd like to know. I'd come knock on your
No,
door.
that might
one
get her
morning.
in trouble. Let's
Yeah,
just,
that's
you
true.
know,
That's
yeah,
true.
so.
Yeah,
We'll just make an anonymous shout out next week
Yeah.
for the first 15 minutes.
just walk in the
To
door.
the
one
high
morning.
schoolers watching. Yeah.
Just walk in like, what are y'all doing? Daphne Roberts, the volunteers in Tennessee, North Carolina are saying that many of them are being run out and confronted by government officials and law enforcement.
I've heard that
I've
too.
I've heard that
also,
too.
yep.
Yeah, it's troubling. Needs to be checked out. What I do know is that Pete Buttigieg just locked down the
Buttigieg.
airspace. He just locked down the airspace in North Carolina. No private drones. No drones are being flown over the area right now.
Well, yeah, because they don't want people to know how bad it freaking is.
Yeah,
that's why.
I heard FEMA stopping people with supplies going in there. They're taking it from them, and they're
Yeah.
supposedly in charge of dispersing the
Good luck.
the supplies.
Leanne Jack, 2007, Tuesday Super Chat focused on addressing my son's physicality. We concluded that he required stricter punishment, and my husband and I are on the same page. Our son will turn 7 in November. Oh,
I
that's the
remember that.
kid that
Mhm.
was getting,
Yeah.
7. Wow.
Somebody's asking when we're coming to Arizona. It's looking like the week of the 21st. We'll be there. Todd's going to go with me. Royce, Tony,
If I
any
can
of you are
film it,
welcome.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Huh?
If I can film it, that'd be great.
What?
Well, then come on.
What weekend is it?
It's the week of the 21st. And so anybody that wants to be a part of that, Turning Point Action, okay? If you go to Turning Point Action, they are literally paying to fly people
Yeah, for
out
real.
to come out and help knock on doors in Arizona, because Arizona is a must-win state
is.
for President Trump. They're also sending people to Michigan, I believe. Michigan and Arizona are the two states they're focused on. So go to tpaction.com right now, and you can request to be a part of this effort to go ballot chase and chase the vote. As their two focuses are Arizona and Michigan, I believe. So if you want to be a part of that, me and Todd are going. Hopefully, Royce and Tony will come as well. And we're all going to be out there literally in Arizona, walking around, knocking on doors, registering people to vote. And we'd love for you guys to join us. Go to
Turning
tpaction.com
Arizona red and redneck. Yes.
right now. So I challenge every single one of you to do that. Go to tpaction.com right now. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else?
Leanne Jack, same person. Your prayers are appreciated. We have sought the assistance of our church's children's pastor in this matter. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's smart. Good idea. Might need a priest. D-Weed 77. Have you all seen the contract for the lithium deposits under the ground where the hurricane hit in New York? The government is responsible for this devastation. I haven't done. I'm gonna research that. I've heard that several times.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times. I got to look into
I'll
it.
check into that. It's another one. A Harper 1010. Is it true that BlackRock signed a $90 million contract for the lithium mining in the very same area that was hit the hardest? Is this all coincidence? Doubtful. I'm gonna do some research on it.
Again, I've heard about that a lot. I don't know yet. Well, I'm looking into it. I've read it a lot too.
Yeah, it's just very coincidental that
baby.
the hurricane is hitting at those lithium mining.
I see some people saying, "Come to Illinois. We need to turn red." Again, I've already told you guys my thoughts about places that are never going to turn red. Get the crap out of there.
Yeah, for
this is
real.
about the legit swing states: Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia. And so everybody's taking a little bit of the piece to go after these places. So.
Kaylee Baby makes me sick that they are just giving money away to other countries and immigrants and hardly helping Americans in desperate need. So incredibly sad and maddening. I wish I could afford to come help. Well, prayer helps. I mean,
Yeah, it does.
prayer
Absolutely.
helps. Yep. T-Vol, yep. to vault. Yep, that word right there. I know it's not much, but still more than what the current government is doing to help. Agree.
Yep.
Agree, T-Vol. Just 10. Graham, just curious as to what the $750 per person or household adds up to compared to how much they just sent to Ukraine. A
little.
Lot
it
less,
adds up
a
to
lot
little.
less. Either way, it's a disgrace to the Americans who need it the most right now. Agree, 100%. The Wolf 092. Add to Dear America Hurricane Fund. We need Frank Castle, Todd. 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. Yeah, this keeps on. You might just get him. Vin Mill. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
What up?
Hey. Hurley Girl. Katrina was a test run. Helene was end product. They, BlackRock, etc., want lithium deposits. Definitely going to have to research that. Another rabbit hole. Dorothy Kuhn. What's your take on the HAARP controlling our
HAARP? Yeah, I think we already talked about it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we know that they've been doing cloud seeding and all this kind of stuff. Again, the thing that makes the least amount of sense to me is where the freaking thing made landfall. Yes, they took damage, and I'm not saying that there aren't places in Florida that need help, but compared to the Carolinas, it's not even comparable.
It don't make sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make sense
to me. I mean, we showed you that graphic. It doesn't. Royce literally is like it did nothing. Like he lost nothing. He lost no power. He lost no internet. He was at the gym the same day. That it was going on.
It was going on. I was at the gym driving around.
I mean,
not an issue.
Again, so I mean, I think absolutely it's possible.
All right. Christopher, Schloofer. Tony, first say go Ducks, beat Sparty.
Go Ducks, beat Sparty.
Royce, keep dealing to yourself. Graham, keep up the good work, and you make truck driving around Oregon and Washington better.
Look at that, huh?
Hey, all right.
Fellow Oregonian. Awesome. Nice.
Go. Miss Lovegood, this is hilarious. I read this earlier. There's been only one casualty from the Iran attack, a Palestinian man. God forgive me for laughing at this. And if you haven't seen that video, it's hilarious.
You haven't seen it? I gotta check it out.
Yeah, watch it. Morbid, it's so funny. It's not morbid. It's funny. S. Nicole, $50. Nice. I mentioned it takes a village weeks ago. I know a lot more now. Graham will be intrigued. How can I contact you to send info? Please, for my daughter Savannah with 2 rare medical conditions at 10 years old. I am a single IVF mom of a miracle. Carrie. Heart Carrie.
I mean, I don't 100% know what she's referring to, but I mean, you can always send an email to graham@dearamericamedia.com.
Yeah. 101, I play WoW. I was thinking of Mike Myers. Well, we have Austin Powers in the White House now.
That would have been funny. Austin Powers in the White House.
101, I play World of Warcraft.
Austin Powers, he's the man.
Donut Lord 88. Not sure if it's too late, but this is for the Dear America Family Fund. God bless.
Nope, not too late. We're making the donation tomorrow. Never too late.
Never too late.
Pinkish Duck, seeing conspiracy that the government made the storm worse due to lithium mines. Also seeing the government isn't doing recovery, but taking land from people. Praying these are true and people are okay. Yeah. I think are not true.
Yep.
So Cindy sent $50 and a sticker on YouTube, but it writes it out when it translates over
Giant
here.
pair character waving flags, turning around, making buildings in front of him tremble.
That's the sticker that she sent. But
okay, got it.
It's describing the sticker. But
describing the sticker.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
Weird.
Nice. Let's see. Balm Cosmo.
Dear
I just want Todd to say COVID again. I love his accent. All right, here
he
I got
does it on purpose. He does not.
I gotta say, Todd,
he knows it's COVID.
On this.
He knows it's COVID. He knows that's how you say it. It's not COVID. He knows that. He does it on purpose.
Todd, can you say it normal?
COVID?
That's it. All right.
He draws it out. He's got a really.
No, I get to talking, and then like it just comes out. Coffee 0126. We have early voting in 9 days, and we haven't received the sample ballots to know who is in the running for
The
office.
post office said 3 weeks ago that they are not prepared to get this. I'm telling you that the post office literally said there's no way we're going to be able to get these to everybody.
Todd,
no way.
Todd, somebody just called you Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
That's right. Felicia Donahue. You guys are awesome. I watch the show every day. People are stupid. I pray for you every day to be able to keep spreading God's good word and the truth. Trump 2024.
Boom. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Felicia. Amy Spears. No relation. This is for the hurricane relief. I know it's not much, but it's what I can do. I normally don't catch the show live. Thank you for all you do and keeping us informed.
I've had a lot of people lately saying like, "Oh, I don't normally catch it live, but I'm glad I could today." Like that's kind of fun.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people aren't at work.
Man,
true.
Because they can't get there.
Jules Eve, thank you for all you do besides gold investment, which you can't afford right now. How do you recommend, or what do you recommend to do with money in a BOA? Is it safer in a credit union?
Ooh, I don't know.
Give it to Todd.
What
Under
was
your
it?
mattress.
FDIC insured places and things like that.
I would. Most of your credit unions are.
I would get the money out. I mean, I'm just being honest. I have been making small withdrawals pretty regularly because, again, just like I said, Bank of America yesterday, just boop.
Gone.
Oh, your money. Oh, it's not really gone. We know it's a glitch, but we're working on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But every bill you had supposed to come out yesterday bounced and all this other kind of stuff. No,
I started 15 years ago. All my millions are in my mattress, so I'm good.
USAA. The Wolf 092. I'm in Phoenix. I'll help out and hopefully meet up with you guys. Stay safe, gents.
Cool, man.
Nice.
Hey, I'm telling you, go to tpaction.com and register to get organized with what Turning Point's doing out there. I'm telling you, to get organized is much better than just willy-nillying it out there.
Hurley Girl, watch the Redacted show from yesterday. Good place to start, Todd. Okay. Write that down. Heather Gilroy, I was in Pennsylvania yesterday. 10 Trump signs for every Kamala sign. I'm not surprised.
Nice.
Again, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see, yes.
Yeah. Cardi J, 2. I'm in North Carolina, just had a church trailer sent to the mountains, and everything was taken by FEMA, despite being told that this was supplies for family members of our congregation. Wow. Well, next time you need to arm that trailer. Husitos.
It's Huesitos.
Oh, Huesitos. 805. Driving over to Arizona tonight to knock on doors Thursday. Through the end of the election, this moronic liberal neighbor told her last night, good luck with those dirty racists. My wife's Latina. Prayers welcome.
Yeah, look, guys, I'm serious. I see somebody, JJC Nunez said they just signed up with Turning Point Action. If you are able, I'm begging all of you to sign up in these swing states to go. I mean, like, not only that, like, they're offering to pay for you to get there and for you to stay there to go do this. And, that's how important this is. We're doing it. We're going. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we're 32, 33 days out right now. It's go time. And so it's all gas, no brakes. So tpaction.com. Go sign up today. All right. Any more?
Sorry they called you a racist. Wait till they hear this accent. Thaddeus Plemons. $5 from Thaddeus Plemons.
Thank you, Thaddeus.
Thank you, Thaddeus. Cool name. Intrigue Logician. Cool. Looking to Operation Pie Pie. They can control the weather. God bless you, 4 wonderful men.
Oh, I know they can control the weather. Just like we said, they had laser beams, and then all of a sudden Israel comes out with the Iron Beam, showing that they have in fact laser beams that they can
attach to their heads.
Geostorm.
Yeah, they do. Sarah 287. Isn't that the same amount they were offering the survivors of the Hawaii disaster? Yeah, Maui. Yeah, $750. That's a fact. Furby Girl Fight, fight, fight. God wins this battle. My 33-year-old son turned me on to you guys. Cool. Thanks for showing up. Plague Runner, 63. Small donation for hurricane relief. Thank you, guys. Our world needs prayers right now.
Yep.
I agree, 100%. Julius Hernandez. I know it's not much, but I just want to help with the hurricane relief. God bless you.
No, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is the last one.
Lauren Cooley. I'm Cindy's daughter. Nice. She meant to say, God bless, dear America. Go Trump and Vance.
Oh, awesome. Thank
Nice.
you, guys.
Oh.
Thank you, guys.
Instead of the sticker, is that what they're talking about?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was fun to read, though.
But still,
It was.
yeah,
China
yeah.
fair wearing raven flags while buildings are shaking.
All right, that's all we got for this episode. Last one of the week, and what a wild week it has been. It's only going to get crazier, ladies and gentlemen. It's only going to get crazier.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out Todd's show, In the Hot Seat, today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Tony, say goodbye.
Before I do, I just want to say thank you so much to my Lord and Savior for keeping all of our families safe. I know there's a lot of people out there suffering, and the recovery effort in Asheville is going to be just so much, but prayers to everybody out there, and thank you so much for keeping me, who is unworthy to be blessed as so much as I've been. I just thank you, and I'll see you guys next week.
Royce, say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you guys next week.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Okay, wait. I'll take a second. Here's the reality. I was supposed to get hit super hard. What's happening to them was supposed to happen to me, and it didn't. I thank God it didn't, but I pray for them, and I feel for them, and I know you guys do too. So I'm super thankful, but yes, keep your prayers. And if you are there, we're praying for you, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
Yep. Todd, say goodbye.
See you at 2. Love you, miss you, mean it.
All right. And as always, I'm Graham Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.